Hi, everybody. John and
Joni.
for Human Potential. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the bigger picture, about that 30,000 foot elevation point of view. Okay. Um, and basically, there's a lot going on right now, right?
Right.
It's what, July 23rd, 2024. A lot of events have occurred. A lot of people are up in arms. A lot of people get into the situation, right?
Right. It's like an upheaval.
And then you hear everybody taking sides or whatever. That point, right?
Right.
They get themselves encased in the actual events instead of looking at the total overall eclipse of the evaluation of what is actually going on.
Right. It's
And
polarizing.
and so here's the reality. We need to take a step back, right? Well, you don't have to take a step back. You can do whatever you want, but it's easy to get involved into the what is instead of looking at the bigger picture. And here's the bigger picture. The reality of the situation is this: the earth itself is a vibrant frequency. It is a living entity, an energy, just like you, me, anything else, plants, animals, trees, uh, weeds, roots, anything, right?
Right. It is an organism.
The earth is a organism. It is a human, okay, if you will, if you want to put it in those terms. It has its own vibrational frequency and its own path, okay? And in the greater whole, the greater eclipse of all that is occurring, we need to look at the total totalitarian of what the infinite wisdom, God, Goddess, all that is actually doing and what is actually occurring here, and how do we get people to understand. And so the bigger picture, like I've said, is that the earth is an energy and it itself is evolving, and it's going to evolve. It's going to evolve with or without you. Okay. Now, we as spiritual beings, we don't really care what people think, in as such that we care for your well being and your level of awareness for yourself, that you treat and honor yourself for the greatness that you are. But if you don't, then that choice is still yours. And we don't care what you do with that choice. That is your decision, right? Um, and that's not harsh. That's just a reality of what is. God got us all that is. Whatever supports you in whatever decision you want to put yourself in. If you like misery, despair, and discomfort, then guess what? God gives you misery, despair, and discomfort.
Right.
If you want peace, love, and happiness, guess what? Then God, Goddess, all that is, the energy of infinite wisdom, gives you peace, love, and prosperity. Okay? So there's no bias. There's no like I don't care. I don't care what you do. You can do whatever you want. Now you as a person may choose not to be around that type of energy. Um, I'm the same way, but it's inevitability.
And people like to blame God, Goddess, for their
They
circumstances.
right, right, and yeah, all the time.
Right.
And you can do that. That's okay to do. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. But if you stay in the blame game, guess what? It's going to be pretty miserable,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Why do I say that? Because the bigger picture here is that the earth itself is an energy. It is evolving. It's going to evolve with or without you. And people can talk about climate change. People can talk about all kinds of things. The reality is that, yeah, it's a good point. That's not really, the earth is evolving. And it, like you, has to change. It has to grow. And it's going to grow with or without you. And if you're not in accordance with that growth, it's going to be very difficult for you. If you think I'm incorrect on this, stand in front of a tornado. See if you can win. Stand in front of a tidal wave. See if you can win. Stand in the middle of a 7 or 8.0 earthquake at the epicenter, and you tell me if you're going to win. Okay? You're going to lose that war.
Every time.
That battle, you are going to lose. I should have brought my water. So we are trying to evolve humans to a higher level of awareness, a higher level of understanding of themselves so that they can work in accordance with the changes of Earth. Okay? And people talk about climate change. It's not climate change per se. Do we as humans damage our environment? The answer is yes, we do. Now, if people want to, again, they're going to choose either side of the aisle and they're going to make their own. But the reality is this, okay? I don't care who you are. Just shut the hell up because you piss us off. And why do you piss us off? Well, I will tell you. I will gather up all the smog and all the pollution, all right, for all you naysayers, and I will put it in your house. And then you tell me if we don't have a problem polluting our environment, okay? We do. And we know when COVID hit, everything shut down, and all of a sudden the air started to clear. All of a sudden water started to get clean, and the earth started to cleanse itself. So that's what the earth is doing now. The earth is cleansing itself for its next phase of evolution that is going to happen with or without any of us. It is going to happen and is happening. So our reason for being here and to help is to teach others or to help others become aware of their own reality within the bigger picture so that they can evolve with the earth instead of against the earth. Because let me tell you something, the earth is going to and will change and evolve. That's a fact. It's happening and it's going to continue to happen. And if we as humans continue to fight that, guess what? You're going to lose. Okay? Will everybody lose? No. That's not what we're saying. But some will have a very difficult time in that transition. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, absolutely.
What do you see out there?
Well, I feel like it's difficult for people to see past their own situation. They're so wrapped up in their own little world that they can't step outside the bubble. Like you said, it's from the vantage point of 30,000 feet. But if you've got all your little problems here and that's all you can focus on, you can't even get to that point in time.
Right.
That's the only thing that kind of bothers me. Everybody doesn't have that same perspective. I don't expect them to, but they don't have that same perspective. So how do you improve your situation, if you can't see it,
Right.
So I don't,
And
that's my thought on that.
And again, Earth, God got us all that is, infinite wisdom, universal intelligence, whatever terminology you wish to use, doesn't really care whether you get it or not.
Right.
It just doesn't.
That's the thing.
It hopes that you do. It wishes that you do. It loves you that you do. But if you don't, guess what? It ain't waiting for you.
Right.
It's changing anyways, and it's going to continue to change. And the power of progression, the power of change is going to happen because here's the reality to it. It isn't really change because it's already occurred. What it is a level of awareness that we are bringing ourselves up to understand what is already there.
Right.
That's really the truth of the matter. We use change because we don't really have any other terminology to use, and it makes it's easier for people to understand when you say, what do you mean it's already there, when you don't see it? Because vibrational frequency or vibrational energy is already planned out. See, before anything hits the physical plane, it's already been tested in the etheric world 100,000 million times. Every avenue, every switch, everything's been already, it's like a computer program. They make allowances for everything. The only thing they don't make allowance for is evidential choice. Well, I should say this. Evidential choice is what they make an allowance on because based on prior experiences or prior choices that you've made, they can adjust accordingly. But if you go against evidential choice, so choices you have made in the past, then that could alter somewhat how they approach the future.
Future outcome.
But then again, time is linear. It doesn't really exist. So for them, it's just is. It's happening all simultaneously.
Right.
And so that's why when someone goes to see a psychic and say, hey, you were incorrect on that. Well, what did you do? You made different choices. All that intuition is it's your higher self speaking to you. They're just the conduit, but it's going to be based on probable choices that you currently are making. If you change those probable choices, then guess what? The outcome could alter, and therefore the reality could be different. Now, somebody could say, if you chose this, this is what could happen, or potentially this. A lot of times when I do a reading for somebody, it's what's in their best and highest good, and they choose what they've done in the past. And so they continue in this rotating circle or this karmic cycle that people like to call it, which I don't like karmic cycle. I think it's bogus and bull crap. I don't believe in it. That it's just choices, right? That you can change. You don't have to live in a karmic cycle. You can change the reality of your life. You can change the outcome of a predictable experience if you make different choices. And that's where we're at. So we're at a point where we need to make different choices. We don't need to, it would behoove us to make different choices, wouldn't you say?
I would absolutely say it's kind of a pivotal moment.
Right.
In time. At least I feel like it is.
Right.
So it's now. Let's not squander this opportunity.
Why is it pivotal? It's pivotal because we don't want to see you go through the experiences of discomfort because, again, right, because we have done this 100,000 times. But the earth is changing. So the pivotal moment is with or without you, the earth is going to change. So by helping us, I'm talking Joni and I, us, and others, it would help us if you saw yourself for the greatness that you are and the beauty that you are, so that then you can be a helping force in this migration into this worldly event that we are moving into with or without any of us. It's going to happen and has already happened, right? So it's kind of, we do this channel, right? And even like Jesus, but it's kind of selfish what we do because we want to help inspire others to see themselves for what they really are, the greatness that they are, the beauty that they are, and so that they can walk in that presence each and every day of their lives and then explore that or experience that to others.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Without preaching, they just are. And then that energy attracts others.
Right. I guess if you're walking in that, you don't need to preach. People will automatically get it and they'll gravitate to you and they'll see.
You don't need to hold signs and all this kind of stuff.
Right, exactly.
You can, but you don't need to. I call it the Cesar Millan experience. Cesar Millan is the dog trainer, and he says you walk in and chest up and you walk with confidence and you show the animal that, okay, I'm the alpha, I'm the boss here. And, if anybody's ever had kids, they know if you don't give them some boundaries, guess what? They're going to eat you up like it, right?
It's just like when you teach a class.
Right.
You can't walk up in front of the class, meek and unsure of yourself. Even if you are unsure of yourself, you better not show that doubt. You better not show it. You better get up there. You better present yourself, and you're going to find.
I guarantee you, Jean-Luc Picard standing in front of the Enterprise, flying right into a battle going, oh my God, inside going, Jesus, oh. And this is pretty bleak. I got the Borg surrounding me here.
Yeah.
But he's not going to let that show.
No.
He may take number one or Counselor Troy privately and go, holy Jesus, we're screwed.
Right.
How do I get out of this?
Doing?
Right? But I'll figure it out. But when he goes out into the crew, he's chest up and like, okay, he's got to show confidence so everybody else believes in that confidence.
That's right. There's leadership.
That's leadership. And we're all leaders. We're all leaders. You have it within you. So I hope that gives you kind of a different understanding or perspective, I should say, on what is kind of going on in the bigger picture of life here. And it gives you some comfort, but
maybe you can step back and look at the larger picture and see what, maybe that may help you feel more confident in it.
More in control.
And more in control, yes.
Right? Of your
absolutely.
own destiny, your own life.
Right. In a time when nobody feels in control. It may help.
A lot of people don't.
Right, it may help.
Some do, but a lot of people don't. And so, yeah, most definitely, guys. Hey, thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I feel there's more to say. Like, I don't know what to say, but I feel like I got my guides around me right now that are they really want to make a point that, the earth is changing, and we need to wake up to that level of understanding and realize that, the earth is moving into a forward direction here of its own. Yeah, right. So they're pointing out to me now, like, if you can imagine, they're giving me like chakras. So like fourth chakra into fifth chakra. Okay. Densiality, whatever, but they're basically saying fourth to fifth chakra. We're moving up our level of awareness, and the earth is evolving into that, and so they're showing me, they just want to impress upon us that it's better to work with the earth than not with the earth, and it's better if it would be more efficient if we were to see ourselves as a connected unit to the earth as opposed to a separate unit of the earth. It would be beneficial to us to see ourselves as part of nature, animals, trees, species, then separate. So we won't pollute our environment. We won't pollute our food. We won't damage our food. And the more that we do this, the more that we garner this understanding that it will help change or help others become aware of what is around them as well, and they won't pollute the food. They won't pollute the environment. They won't pollute the essence of where they live. Because that's a good point. Because I assure you that, like, ants don't pollute their home. Animals don't pollute their home. They work around what we do to their home. They don't pollute they don't over farm their fields. They don't over hunt their area. They live in cohesion with their natural environment. They live in cohesion with nature. And it would behoove, is that the right word? Mm-hmm. Behoove humans, they would wish us to do the same. Okay, well, there you go. I think I can relax now because they were really pounding me there to give that talk. But they are very good. Now, who are these? These are my guides, spirit guides, the collective. They are just what is the collective consciousness of all things, and they really want and wish the best for all of us. But they're adamant, and life is not going to stop turning because we don't get it. It's going to continue to turn, and life will go on, and life will keep spinning, which means they're saying the earth, which is a Gaia, a human energy, if you will, and that it's efficient if we take heed to that. So with love and understanding, peace, love, and understanding throughout all things, they grant you well-being. They say thank you for listening and have a wonderful, wonderful day. For me, John, Joni, we say please hit that like. Thank you for listening. Please hit that like, share, subscribe. We want to spread the word, take this to we want to take this as high as we possibly can go. We appreciate you guys so much. Love you. Have a great rest of your day.